coming up, we got a matchup between Ryan King Rod Garcia and Rolando Romero. Originally, Ryan Garcia was supposed to be fighting Isaac Cruz. That didn't take place. Okay, so now Rolly is filling in. And also, what's interesting is this fight is going to be for the WBA regular title. And I'm like, why is Rolly even allowed to? Either one of these dudes. Rolly lost. How many of his last fights did Rolly lose? 3 in a row? Was it 2 or 3? I have to go check. It's ridiculous, man. But Ryan Garcia is currently suspended by the New York State Athletic Commission, so he'll be back able to fight again in April. So May is supposed to be the fight between him and Rolly Romero, and Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez is going to be on that same fight card. And if Devin beats Ramirez, more than likely we are going to get Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney too. Okay, the rematch. All right. So let's get into the tail of the tape, man. We got Ryan Garcia, 24 wins, 1 loss, 20 wins by knockout. There's 1 loss coming by knockout at the hands of Gervonta Tank Davis. That's his only loss, and it's his only knockout loss. Okay, got 1 knockout loss, and that's it. 20 big wins by knockout. The last knockout Ryan Garcia got was against Oscar Duarte in 2023. Okay, so let's get into it. He has an 83% knockout ratio. Okay, he's a big puncher. Ryan Garcia has very heavy hands, especially his left hook. He's a big puncher. Okay, 26 years old, 5'8.5" with a 70-inch arm reach. Okay. Also, these fights are not even officially listed yet, but this is what's supposed to be coming down the pike. Both of these fights, Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero, and Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez. But let's get into it. Let's look at the tail of the tape for Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero, he stands at 16 wins, 2 losses, 13 wins by knockout. He's been knocked out. Both of his losses were by knockout against Isaac Cruz and Gervonta Davis. Those are the 2 that knocked him out. Crazy, right? He has a 81% knockout ratio. He's a pretty big puncher. Tank Davis even admits that Rolly was the hardest dude. It was the hardest puncher. He's the hardest dude to ever hit him. He said Rolly was. All right. He's 29 years old, 5'8", with a 68-inch arm reach. So Ryan Garcia got the height and the reach and the youth over Rolly Romero. Okay. Rolly's a scrappy fighter, very awkward. People compare him to Mayorga. Very awkward fighter. He had I believe it was a judo background. Was it judo? He was a martial art. He has a martial arts background. Very strong. He in the Tank fight, I think he was doing pretty good in that fight up until he got greedy and careless, just like Ryan. Same thing. That's where IQ kicks in. He tends to want to, bull rush and depend all on his power, but he doesn't really have defense. All right. Many people will label him as a very poor fighter. I mean, man, he got this far. He got some skill. So I can't take that away from Rolly, but he doesn't have the fundamentals. He's not a fundamentally sound boxer. That's what it is. And he doesn't know how to, he has a okay jab. He's not educated. He don't really jab to the body much. He don't really have the footwork. He's just there to get hit, man. And his style is his style. Okay, and styles like his is why he got knocked out by Isaac Cruz. He don't know how to move. To survive an Isaac Cruz fight, for the most part, unless you're at 140, because Isaac Cruz looked like he lost his power. His power ain't really the same at 140, but you got to move, man. Can't stand there and fight Isaac Cruz like that. You got to move around, and Rayo showed us that. But how does this fight look, man? These two have history. They have sparring history. I saw the video of them sparring. Looked like Rolly was overwhelming Ryan. A lot in that fight, Ryan was popping him with the jab, but Rolly didn't seem phased by a lot of those punches. But they are about to go into a real deal fight this time. So what is it going to look like? It's going to look like this. Romero's going to press him. He's going to come forward. His arms are too short, number one. So he's going to have to work to get on the inside unless Ryan lets him in. Ryan is probably going to try to jab him and left hand him to death. You're probably going to see a lot of left hooks landed. This should be interesting, though, to see how Rolly adjusts to the left hand of Ryan. I see him getting clipped with that left, man. And if he gets clipped with that left in the body, it's a wrap, bro. It's going to be a wrap. Let me tell you something. People talk about Devin's chin. Devin took them shots from Ryan and kept coming. Okay, so let's not do that. Let's not talk about the chin of Devin because he took them shots pretty well, man. But honestly, man, I don't see that fight making it 12 rounds, man. It's not going to make it 12 rounds. It's just a win. The knockout is coming, but Rolly's going to get knocked out again. And you know what's going to be interesting about this? That will be the third knockout loss for Rolly Romero. And all of the people that knocked Rolly out all fought Tank. And Tank is one of the dudes that knocked Rolly out. And Rolly got knocked out by Tank. Isaac Cruz knocked out Rolly. So Rolly got knocked out by both of them, but Ryan fought all three of them. And all three of them would have knocked him out. Rolly, Isaac Cruz, Tank Davis, and Ryan Garcia. So that's going to be kind of crazy, man. Rolly going to have to explain himself after this one. You know what I mean? But Rolly's too defensively careless. And Ryan's a great counterpuncher, man. This is going to be easy for Ryan, dude. It's going to be easy work for Ryan Garcia. Now, I'll be real, though. What if Rolly clipped Ryan with something? Can Ryan take Rolly's punch? Rolly can punch. 135, he was more of a devastating puncher, though. I don't know. 140, he's not looking like he really knocking shit down like that. But he still got power. So I'm more concerned about Ryan. Can he take Ryan's power? Okay? Now, remember something. I think all these dudes' powers diminished at 140. All of them. Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis. Look how long it took him to knock out Barrios. A drained Barrios, by the way. Rolly's power diminished. I think Devin Haney's power probably stepped up a little bit, moving up in weight, to be real with y'all. But all these power punches down at 135, I think they power diminished at 140 for some reason. It seems like the dudes that don't punch, when they moving up, they thumping. It's crazy, right? But the dudes that can punch at the lower weights, when they moving up, for some reason, they losing a lot of their power. It's crazy. But I got this fight. Rolly coming forward. Ryan being a little bit more patient in this fight. Not really trying to dog it out with Rolly because he know Rolly can punch. I got Ryan being a little bit more technical in this fight. Trying to utilize whatever footwork he got. And then he's just going to probably do one of these things where he going to try to take it in. Phone booth for a little bit with Rolly and then catch him on the left. Rolly don't see coming. And he probably going to stop Rolly to the body, somewhere to his body. Man, I give this maybe 5. So I'm going for Ryan Garcia, man, as much as I don't like this motherfucker. I got Ryan Garcia by knockout against Rolando Romero, round 5. I'll be generous and maybe say round 6, but I think it's going to end in 5. That's my prediction for this fight. Let me know what you think. This is RebelLyfe Boxing. I'll catch y'all in the next one.